Fajr, the dawn prayer. Fajr takes place in the period between the first light that breaks the darkness of night and the full rise of the sun, a narrow window that requires Muslims to wake before daybreak in order to observe it. This timing is not arbitrary. Islamic tradition places enormous spiritual weight on this particular stretch of the day, describing it in Hadith literature as a time when angels are present to witness the worship of believers, transitioning between the night shift and the day shift of angelic recording. The prayer's origin, like the other four, traces back to the night of the Miraj, the ascension of the Prophet Muhammad through the heavens, during which the obligation of 5 daily prayers was established after a process of negotiation described in Hadith literature as having reduced an original count of 50. What separates Fajr from the other prayers is the sheer discipline it demands. It asks a person to choose worship over sleep at the exact moment the body is least inclined to move. And Islamic scholars have long pointed to this as part of its unique value, treating the willingness to rise for it as a meaningful indicator of a person's sincerity. This is why Fajr holds a particular place of honor in Islamic teaching, frequently singled out in Hadith as carrying rewards disproportionate to its short length, precisely because of what it costs the one who performs it. Tur, the midday prayer. Tur arrives once the sun has passed its highest point in the sky and begun its gradual descent, situating this prayer directly in the middle of a person's working day. Historically, this timing aligned with a natural pause in daily labor across agricultural and trading societies of the early Islamic world, a moment when the heat of midday already encouraged rest, making the prayer's placement feel less like an interruption and more like an extension of an existing rhythm. Its theological roots, shared with the other obligatory prayers, go back to the same night of ascension in which the structure of 5 daily prayers was given to the Prophet Muhammad, though some scholarly traditions also connect Dur to even earlier prophetic practice predating Islam itself, suggesting a continuity of worship stretching across generations of monotheistic tradition. What makes Dur distinct within the 5 is its position as the prayer most embedded within the active hours of ordinary life, requiring believers to step away from work, study, or daily errands and reorient themselves toward worship in the middle of whatever else is happening. This interruption is precisely the point. Islamic teaching treats this deliberate pause as a way of preventing the demands of worldly responsibility from completely consuming a person's attention, inserting a moment of remembrance directly into the busiest stretch of the day rather than waiting for a quieter hour. Asr, the afternoon prayer. Asr falls in the later part of the afternoon, beginning once the shadow of an object roughly matches its own length and extending until the light starts to take on the deeper, amber quality that precedes sunset. This is widely regarded among the 5 prayers as carrying a particularly serious warning attached to its neglect, with a well-known hadith describing the loss of Asr as equivalent to losing one's family and wealth entirely, a severity of language not applied in quite the same way to the other prayers. Its placement reflects the same origin as the rest, established during the Miraj, but its specific emphasis in religious texts suggests that early Muslims recognized something about this point in the day that made it especially vulnerable to neglect the period when the energy of the morning has faded, and the pull toward rest or distraction grows stronger before the day's final tasks are completed. What distinguishes Asr from Dur, despite both falling within the daylight working hours, is the psychological positioning it asks for renewed focus precisely when focus is hardest to summon after a person has already given much of their energy to the demands of the day. For this reason, many scholars describe Asr as a test of consistency rather than enthusiasm, valuing it specifically because it tends to arrive at the point when worship feels least convenient. Maghrib, the sunset prayer. Maghrib begins immediately after the sun fully sets below the horizon and continues for a relatively short window before the last traces of daylight disappear entirely, making it one of the more time-sensitive prayers in terms of how quickly its window opens and closes. This narrow timing has shaped a great deal of practical Islamic life, particularly during the month of Ramadan, when Maghrib marks the moment the daily fast is broken, transforming this prayer into one of the most anticipated and communally observed moments of the entire fasting month. Its theological foundation rests on the same prophetic establishment as the other prayers, yet Maghrib carries a distinct emotional register tied to the visible transition from day to night, a moment that has held symbolic weight across many cultures long before Islam, repurposed here into a specific act of gratitude and remembrance. What sets Maghrib apart is this built-in urgency. Because the window for performing it is shorter than that of the other prayers, it tends to be treated with a kind of immediate attentiveness, rarely delayed the way other prayers sometimes are when life intervenes. The arrival of evening, marked so precisely by this prayer, becomes a moment of closure for the day's activity and a turn toward rest, worship, and the company of family that the structure of Maghrib quietly encourages. Isha, the night prayer. Isha takes place once the last visible light of dusk has completely disappeared from the sky, extending through much of the night until the period just before Fajr returns the cycle to its beginning. As the final prayer of the day, Isha carries a particular significance in Hadith literature, where its performance in congregation is described with especially strong language regarding its reward, reflecting the value placed on gathering for worship even when the comfort of home and rest would be the easier option. Its origin is shared with the rest of the five, rooted in the night of the Prophet's ascension. But Isha's character is shaped heavily by its position at the close of the day, functioning almost as a final accounting before sleep, an opportunity to settle the heart and conclude the day's obligations with intentional worship rather than simply drifting into rest. What separates Isha from Fajr, despite both occupying the quieter, darker hours, is the difference between an ending and a beginning where Fajr demands the discipline of rising before the world stirs. Isha asks for the discipline of staying present and attentive after a long day has already drained much of a person's energy. Together, these two nightbound prayers form a kind of frame around sleep itself, closing one day in worship and opening the next in exactly the same way, giving the entire five prayer structure a circular completeness that repeats without pause across a person's entire life.